Aqua gang, gang, gang. What it do, you guys? It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general message from my beautiful Aquarian soul family, my Aqua gang. What's up? I hope you guys are doing super fantastic. I most certainly am. Holy angels and spirit guys, please give us exactly what it is that we need to know in regards to my beautiful Aquarian energy, sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. Please keep in mind that the messages are in fact general. Okay, take what resonates with you. Leave the rest. Don't force anything to fit when it comes to my readings, guys. Use your own intuition, your own discernment to guide you towards what's here for you today, and leave the rest for whoever it might be here for. Cross watchers, of course, you are welcome. What's up? What's up? If you happen to be dealing with an Aquarius, just place yourself where you belong in the storylines, okay? And you also don't force anything to fit. Now, we got an action pick. We got a lot going on this table, honey, okay? The energy is definitely throwing me. I'm not going to hold you, okay? Before we hop into it though, okay, please click the like button, guys. You know what to do. Smash that like button. It's one of the easiest and free ways to energetically donate to the channel. It lets people know that we exist on a platform and it helps us grow. So it helps in a lot of different ways. In case you didn't know, I'm not just asking you to do it for no reason, okay? Also, shoot me a little comment down below, a little hey girl, hey, don't be rude, say it back. And of course, if you have not already made it official and you would like to join the team, if you want to become a part of the winning team, baby, smash the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload. Okay, so there's a lot going on here, you guys. I didn't get a whole lot of channeled messages. Have to definitely speak on the energy that I got right before the cards started to come out. Okay, I felt fine, and then all of a sudden I'm having like this splitting headache, okay, like pounding. I could be channeling either your or this person's energy, right? Just take it how it resonates. There's a lot of tension in this relationship. There's a lot of like, it's like a power struggle almost, like a lot of back and forth, a lot of arguing or debates over nothing unnecessarily, according to you or this person. It's like some of the shit that y'all will be arguing over it or going back and forth over should not have ever been. I could also be leaning into this person's energy because I do feel with what's hidden under this deck here, the Nine of Swords. Yeah, this person is going through it emotionally. Okay. There's an ending that has happened. There's either an ending to this relationship as they know it, or there's an ending to this person having the ability to continue having a relationship with you in this lifetime. For some of you, there's a massive ending that has come with the death and the rebirth here, okay? So you could be dealing with a Scorpio. We also have lots of swords here. So it could be the battle of the air signs. You could be dealing with another Aquarius, and a Libra or a Gemini, or they have this prominently within their chart. I see a battle going on, like a standoff, you know, a duel is what I'm hearing. Like there wasn't a whole lot of working together. It was sort of like everybody wanted to get their needs met, but instead of compromising or coming together to meet each other's needs, one person in particular, you can decide who that is. I'm not going to do it for you. Okay. One person in particular sort of had this idea that, listen, my cup needs to be full first. I need to be, you know, my needs need to be met first before I even meet one of yours. Or why should I do that for you if you have not done X, Y, and Z for me? So there's a lot of tit for tat. It's a very, it's a spiritual connection, especially because of what's at the center of this reading, but it's also extremely transactional, and that has run out. Like the energy that it takes to possess a relationship that is so heavily relied upon, so heavily relying on transactions, tit for tat. I do this, so you need to do that. Well, if I do this, then you need to do this. Well, since I did this for you, you need to do that. That's how this feels. And it's a battle. It's a big struggle here. So it could have been a huge headache. Somebody definitely had splitting headaches in this relationship. Lots of anxiety. Okay. There's sort of this idea that someone, either now or later, because this Eight of Swords will turn into the reverse very soon. You both feel attached to each other energetically. Somebody's going to have some form of an epiphany moment. This like aha moment, like, oh shit, I really don't have to do this, right? Like I'm doing it, but I'm doing this myself, right? Like I'm attaching myself to this. I'm suspending myself to this energy on my own. I have the power to just move it along, move it right along. Does that mean it's going to be any less painful just because it's what's better for me? No. Sometimes doing the most healthy thing for yourself can be the most painful shit ever, right? So this is why we put it off, or why we procrastinate, or why we go one more round, go one more again, go one more again, go one more again, because even though it might be a toxic situation, there's still some good times there. There's some history. There could be some kids. There could be just this idea that the cords are still very much so intact and strong, right? It's not that the good outweighs the bad. It's that you are fixed. You are fixed. You are a fixed sign, guys. I need you to listen up and hear me good, because you might have been very confused. Yeah. See, we have the moon in the reverse as well as the Two of Swords. This is all about confusion, or coming out of that murkiness, coming out of the confusion of what's next, or if you're making the right decision, if you want to take this L and just let somebody move in on your person, or if you just want to count your losses, even though it feels like a lot. There's sort of this confusion about, no, this is not the healthiest relationship. Like, this shit is stressing me the fuck out, right? Like, it's stressing me out, but there's a reason you stay. And it could be different for all of you, okay? We have the Eight of Swords here, right? Like, so that's like self-imprisonment. That is attaching yourself, even though you are completely free to do what you want to do, okay? So we have this person, I have to say it, right? Whoever was in the position of battling somebody about something that should not have even been a discussion, right? Like, these are things that should just naturally come when you love somebody, when you care about someone, when you are in a partnership. They handle it very much so like a child would, right? Because a child would expect the parent to take care of them, and children are not necessarily held to the same standard, right? Like, they're not held to the same standard as the fucking parent. They don't take care of the child, right? Like, they are there selfishly to get their needs met. Children are meant to be selfish. They didn't ask to be here, sort of thing. But this is not your child, yet they kind of present their energy like that, you guys. I have to be very honest. And this is why it would have felt so off for you. It's like, I do like you. I do love you, even for some of you. But why is this shit so hard? Why is it so confusing? Why is it so taxing on my energy? Is this even worth it anymore, right? Like, is this even worth my time, my energy, my effort? Like, should I just count my losses now? For some of you, you might be kicking yourself because you did not walk away sooner. So it's sort of like, damn, I wish I would have walked away a year ago, a month ago, 2 months ago. And somebody is having an aha moment. There is an upheaval that is getting ready to happen. It is almost like the coin is flipping, or the energy is flipping. Whereas somebody within this connection was willingly signing up for suffrage, okay? Going through the motions, very emotionally taxing. That suffrage and unrest is getting ready to flip on whoever is getting left in this situation. Somebody is getting left with everything. They didn't do anything in the relationship. Therefore, their karma is to get left with all the broken and missing pieces of this puzzle. Somebody is washing their hands and walking the fuck away from this. And while it will feel a little bit discombobulated, okay, imbalanced, you know, the pathway for it is not the most clear, but the energy is going to suggest that this is the most clear that you have felt, especially with this person, okay? Ten of Swords in the reverse. So I don't get it ending nasty. I get it ending on a note where somebody is getting left with all of the muck. Okay. They created a lot of heaviness in the relationship. So it might come as a bit of a surprise that when this is all said and done, or when this transformation, right? When this relationship, as the two of you have known it, is now starting to take a turn. It is now starting to transform. There is going to be a shift, a change. It will not be the same. It can never be the same is what I'm hearing. That doesn't mean that all of you are leaving this person. It's just the relationship as you know it will never be the way that it was before. Somebody is no longer willing to just sit aside and take care of a grown-ass person. Someone is no longer willing to just allow somebody to suspend them in the air and pause brakes on any evolution, any growth, and most importantly, getting their needs met. Somebody is no longer willing to just take on the brunt of the stress in this relationship. And in fact, a great majority of the people who are leaving this situation or forcing a change, because not everybody is leaving. It's just take it how it resonates. Whoever's forcing this change, there is, like I said, this shift in energy. It's sort of like you're now seeing that you were carrying a burden that you don't fucking have to. Okay. It is going to leave the other party that is left here to unpack and unravel all of the muck, all of the broken parts, all of the debris. Okay. An upheaval. So we didn't get the Tower, but we do have the Death, and there's a rebirth. So this person who is used to being coddled or being nurtured by you, being this person who is, I get this person being disagreeable. This could be where the headaches are stemming from. Purposefully wanting to misunderstand you, because understanding you and creating clarity would not have benefited their, bottom line, if you will. Okay. This is somebody who is very selfish, but they are unknowingly selfish. This is just how they view relationships. It's sort of like the take it or leave it. Like, if you want to be with me, this is what it comes with. And unfortunately, somebody is sort of like, because there was so much confusion, and whenever I see these birds in this deck particularly, to me that signifies a lot of mental struggle, conflict, because it's sort of like you can't explain to yourself why you're still here, or you can't explain to yourself how you can love somebody, but you do, but they're not doing anything for you, right? Like, in fact, they are probably making you feel worse off than when you were single, yet there's still something attaching you, right? So the birds itself signify that confusion. And we have someone who has recognized this as a pattern in themselves. Either you or this person, or both of you, that could be mirrored. It could be a pattern that you're recognizing in yourself and you're like, no more. Okay. Now the Ten of Swords is in the reverse, so it's not quite the end. Okay. Tens do signify the end. I get that it's coming to an end. I get that it's coming to a hard stop, like not even a pause, right? You guys might be on a break, but I get something shifting within you during the time that you're able to sit by yourself, during the time that you're able to sit alone, something that will be identified as unrecognizable to this person, because they're not able to really get to you the same way, or they're not able to communicate with you in the same way. You're no longer accepting their willful ignorance, right? It's sort of like you can see right through the game, like, oh, you're playing me. Okay. So you absolutely understand. You're just pretending like you don't understand, so you can get away with the same bullshit that you have been for possibly many of lifetimes for some of you, because we do have the Six of Cups at the center of this reading. So it is a soulmate. But what I get more out of this Six of Cups energy more than anything is that this person goes forth very quickly towards their old habits, their old patterns, their older self, what has worked for them before. And now it is being forced upon them, something new. This is going to be something totally different. You're gaining a clarity that they did not quite bank on. This is not about your convenience anymore. I'm talking to your person now, right? Like, this is not about your convenience. Somebody is figuring out that it might be more beneficial, it might be more lucrative, more valuable on their energy, on their life, just on their own goals, to just release this shit for real. Yeah. So at the center of the reading, we have the Knight of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles, right? So we have somebody who's still believing that that confusion can get them by. Two of Pentacles for me is about being up in the air, being slightly indecisive. It's indecisive. That's a little bit more productive than the Two of Swords, which we saw at the bottom of the deck. Yet it's still a coin toss. It's going back and forth. This person is banking on the emotional bond that the two of you would have created. So even though they see some differences in you, even though they can clearly see that you're no longer willingly attaching yourself to this, that you are changing, that there's an active change occurring, there's still a bit of denial here, right? There's still a bit of denial. It's like, yeah, no, there's no way that he would like move on. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that she would move on. Like, we still have unfinished business here. We still have something to talk about. There's still a chance. There's still some forms of irrational emotionality. That's what they're saying, guys, right? Emotions can be irrational sometimes because you can't really explain why you love somebody who's treating you like shit, right? Like it just is what it is, right? Sometimes emotions don't always make sense. Sometimes love doesn't always make sense, but it should not be this confusing, right? We have to at some point see that when it gets this gray, when it gets this confusing, when it gets this murky, when it gets this hard to maneuver and navigate, that something is not quite right. Something clean in the buttermilk. Okay. I don't even use that phrase. So that's for somebody here in particular. I heard something ain't clean in the buttermilk. And it's not until you really get a chance to take a step back, take a rest, take some time from each other. When you're able to get alone, get with yourself, be with yourself, hear yourself, that whoever this is that will be transforming this relationship, thereby transforming this person, this will change them. This is going to change them forever, in fact. Okay, it's sort of like they might be a little bit upset. They're going to be surprised, a little bit perturbed, because it's sort of like, yeah, just because you're changing doesn't mean that I am going to change. But because there are so many cords between the two of you, your change, your shift, you shifting this dynamic will automatically, it just is what it is. You're attached to each other, right? So your change will automatically affect their change. Okay, that doesn't mean that they're going to do it willingly, but it will happen. We'll get to those cards in a minute, okay? Because that's a signifier of where things have the ability to go. There's still a coin toss, right? This person definitely still wants this relationship. I'm hearing they would have never released this relationship. They would have never walked away from this. They would have never decided to take the break. So if this has not already occurred for you, you're going to have to be the one to take this break. You have to get away from this person in order to see things clearly, because they are a very, they talk a good game. They may also play victim or lean into the emotions, right? They lean into emotions, or they manipulate emotions specifically to confuse the situation, to confuse you, or to get you to backtrack on certain decisions, certain thought patterns, certain thought processes. I'm hearing willingly disagreeable. This is a disagreeable person. Every time you try to talk to this person about what's occurring, about how you're feeling, they either invalidate that or they purposefully try not to see your point of view, because seeing your point of view does not help them, you guys. This is why it doesn't help to go to someone like this who is not willing to grow. This person is fine just where they are, right where they are. In all areas of life, including this relationship, they are completely fine. They don't want to change. They don't want to, right? Like, they feel like everything is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's not until you get alone. You don't need their approval. You don't need their validation about these changes. This is something that you're needing to come to a consensus with in yourself. You're needing to come to terms with this within yourself and make the necessary changes for yourself, by yourself, which will no doubt have the same effect on this person. Okay, but they still have a choice here, but I will get to that in a minute. Let's just dig a little bit deeper. Yeah, they're almost going to be pissed off, right? Like that this time, this separation, this time that you've taken by yourself, even if it's a couple of days, for some of you, a couple of hours, maybe taking yourself out on a solo date, maybe just spending time with yourself, right? Taking yourself out, doing something nice for yourself, spending some quality time, but with yourself. The spirit is needing to get you away from them, because for some odd reason, it's like the love that you have for this person is extremely influential, but it's not beneficial. And you have not been able to see that they are the main cause of multiple areas of stress in your life. A big stressor. Spirit is needing to get you alone by yourself so that they can talk to you, send you signs, synchronicities, aha moments. That is where the shift is going to begin. Could also be why this person always runs back to you. If this has been something that has been off and on, I'm hearing this now intuitively with the Knight of Swords. It's like they don't like to give you time to breathe. They don't like to give you time to cool down. They want to talk about it right now, even though talking about it gets nowhere, right? Because they're disagreeable, but they still don't want to give you time to be by yourself and think about what has just transpired. So that's a very specific example, but it could have happened many of times over the course of this relationship. Sort of like if the two of you get into it, or if they do something, you call them on their shit, and then it's like you're mad, or you get mad about something. You're the type of person, it's not that you're non-confrontational, like you don't want unnecessary conflict, and you know yourself, so you kind of like to step back from a situation to gain clarity about what has just occurred. It's just a part of who you are. That doesn't mean that, you know, there's anything wrong with that. That doesn't mean that you're toxic. You're telling the person straight up, I need a minute. I need a moment, right? Like, because if I say something to you now, bitch, I might say something that will end and rock your whole fucking shit. I will rock you. Like, just leave me alone for right now, right? This is the type of person that's like, well, you're supposed to talk about it. They kind of want to talk about it now. They don't want to give you a chance to be by yourself. You may be like, I just need a minute. I need to step back. Let's just take a break. Let's just, you know, relax, release. And they're like, yeah, no. Even if they're not spiritual, there's something innately inside of them that knows if the two of you are broken up for too long, if you spend too much time without them. They could be very clingy, this one, okay, or needy. And it may come off as love, but it's really fear, okay? A fear of you recognizing what's really going on, or a fear of you leaning into this power of you knowing what's going on. You do know. It's been clouded for so much time here. So the fear that they've had, their wildest fear, is coming into fruition. Yikes. Yikes on a bike. Bottom of the deck. I haven't given up on us yet, right? So there's sort of this idea that this person wants to always be in your energy field, in your energy source. They don't want to give you time to rest. They don't want to give you time alone. They don't want to give you time without them, right? They always want to be in close proximity. Because if you start thinking straight, you're going to be able to recognize some of the ways in which they have manipulated this relationship, right? That's not good for them. That doesn't work for them. That's not going to be convenient for them either. There won't be much confusion once you start seeing this person's patterns. But when they're right in your face, there is this sort of emotional, pull, guys, a pull at the heartstring. You do like this person. For a lot of you, you love this person. You have love for this person. So you are willing to put things to the side, right? There is really a heavy energy here, you guys, where spirit is like, I need to talk to you. I have to show you something, okay? And it's going to happen. So I kept hearing an upheaval. This clarity that spirit is trying to bring to you is either going to happen by way of a tower, meaning involuntarily, a big blow up, one that it might be very hard to come back from, or it will happen voluntarily, right? Where you will stand on those boundaries and give yourself a pause here. Give yourself some space to hear yourself, to feel yourself. This is somebody who's very intrusive on your energy, you guys. Didn't I say I like had a headache? It's like they want to intrude this space, kind of murky your clarity, right? Infiltrate your thoughts, influence your energy, your emotions, your decisions. Unappreciated. I felt like you didn't care. And I do get this is stemming from whoever is in this 9, 8, and 9 of swords. We have the 8 to the 9. So this is a sequence of events, you guys. 8, 9, 10. This is a sequence of events. It is coming to a head. It's way deeper than this person not appreciating you. And this is why this major arcana is showing up, the death card. So I feel that you yourself also are going to be recognizing that you're not the same after this relationship. That's not a bad thing. Yep, absence. I feel like a part of me is missing without you. They do not want to break. They don't want to be separated. They don't want to be away from you. They don't want to give you time to think. They don't want you to think. They want you to feel. Yeah, this person wants you to rely just on the emotions, the love. Indecisive. You can't make this shit up, okay? You cannot make it up. You're a very smart person. You've been very smart. And I'm not saying that you're dumb or, you know, less than smart in this relationship. What I'm saying is this one is very clever. They are really clever with manipulating emotions, okay? In manipulating that heart chakra, coming off as stupid, maybe playing stupid, feigning ignorance, all of the things, right? It's all a part of this bigger picture. Now, what they don't recognize is this could, of course, be a habit of yours, right? I feel like this is like the type of person, like I said, who is on this, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So they are used to doing things this way. In relationships, they may still have people who are attached to them, which is the way that they like it. However, there's a shift coming, okay? You're not going to be able to move forward like this ever again. The death. After the death, nothing is the same. So no, you are not stupid. You are not foolish. You are not less than smart. You have encountered someone who is very clever, you guys. Very clever. I almost didn't even do the reading. My head started pounding so bad. And what do you know? As soon as I started delivering the downloads and the messages, the headache disappears because it needs to get out. It's toxic. So this person, you know, has very toxic ways. Okay? They have a very toxic way about them. They don't like to hold on to the toxicity. They like to push it off. They project it, you see? And so to get rid of it outside of themselves, it's sort of like, I don't want to call it like destiny or identity shifting, but it's similar. Because how I'm hearing it is because of the toxicity within themselves that they're not willing to address and they don't want to fix it because they don't want to change. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It has always worked for them and they've always been able to be better off dealing with somebody who is a little bit more healthier and who could be a little bit ahead of them spiritually and emotionally and energetically. And so what they do is they take the toxicity, project it onto that person. They take that person's light and they're Gucci. Good. And when the person says, hey, wait a minute. I get you're happy. I love that you're happy. I love that for you, but I'm not. Like, I'm not. I don't feel good. Like, I really don't feel good inside. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like myself in this relationship. And they're like, you don't? Like, what does that mean? Like, what do you mean you don't feel like yourself? Do you not care about me? Like, because I'm happy and you're not, you don't want me to be happy either. Like, that's not right. Like, that's not the kind of person that I want to be with. That you should be happy that I'm happy. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's because you don't recognize what they are doing energetically. Indecisive. I know my inability to make a decision hurts you. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a victim. Because why don't they want to give you time to decide where it is that you want to go? They want you to decide on them right now. Because you taking time and needing time to make a decision is quite too healthy for the toxicity that they are needing to be fed. Okay? Their toxic traits need to be fed. It's an insatiable beast. Just one more. Thank you. Ciao. Ciao. Listen, it is what it is. It is what the fuck it is. It's gonna be what the fuck it's gonna be. Unsatisfied and a missed opportunity. I wasn't happy with the way things were going, and I didn't act when I should have, right? So this is a missed opportunity for this person, as you gave this person many of chances. You gave this person a fair shot, okay? You sacrificed yourself a great deal in this relationship. Don't beat yourself up about that. That is just a lesson. Take the lesson, look at it. Don't identify it as who you are. Identify it as your experience. Move the fuck on. Elevate, okay? Do better. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's what life is. This unsatisfied card, along with missed opportunity, goes along with the potential outcome here, or the potential of where things can go, the potential of this connection, of the future of this connection. At the very center of that is the Eight of Pentacles, right? So there is work that needs to be done, but there are two separate pathways. You're either going to work on the same shit and try to be the same person and never change nothing, or you're going to elevate. You are most definitely, I feel, taking the path of the latter, okay? With the Emperor here, this person has the opportunity to meet you, okay? To quantum leap and meet you there, right? Who knows, though? Free will is still at play, and this is somebody who does not want to change, you guys. They are fighting this shit with the Nine of Wands on the opposite side, which is just another round, another cycle, another rinse and repeat, more of the same. The wounded warrior who is up to get wounded again and again and again. So let's hop over to the extended, okay? I definitely want to see where this person believes things are heading. This is going to let us know where their head is at in terms of which path they may be getting ready to choose. I got a good idea in terms of what path you will be choosing because of your own enlightenment and your own transformation, okay? Now, that doesn't mean that this person is going to follow you, so at least seeing where they believe things are going to go is going to let us know if they have leaned into this transformation or if they have ran in the opposite direction only to repeat another cycle, okay? Let's also see what shadows need to be addressed, and this is the reason why this has to show up in this lifetime for you, period, point in the blank, okay? Let's make sure that that lesson and that shadow has been addressed so that as you move forward, whether it's to meet this person on the other side or someone new, that you're setting yourself up for success and not repeating the same shit over and over and over. I want to definitely see what karma this person has lined up for their behavior, okay? What karma does the divine have in store for this person, their behavior, their lifestyle, the things that they have been doing and the way that they have been moving? Okay, what does that entail? Details, please. This will also be the karmic debt that has to be repaid in order for this transformation to begin and being on the route to completion. And it will also signify what you would be setting yourself up to attaching to, because this is a soulmate, if you should engage with this person prematurely to them receiving the karma. So it'll be just a little warning shot to let you know what energy is on that other side. And as you know, the energy between you and this person, very strong, almost magnetic. So you would almost be willingly or voluntarily, right, attaching yourself to their shit. Let's see what their next steps are going to be and their intentions behind those steps. And then we're going to see what transformations or what changes has this person made by the time they decide to approach you. Is it safe? Okay. Is it safe energetically, or is this person trying to trick you back into another rinse and repeat cycle? We will look at the best possible outcome, whether you decide to re-engage this or go in the opposite direction. What is the outcome if you decide? What would you be setting yourself up for? Would you be setting yourself up for an emperor or an empress, or the wounded warrior? Okay, let's just see. Okay, we will also take a look to see the new. Okay, what's over in the new cycle? Only the good, only the new. What energies do you have coming towards you? Let's also see what is a sign or a signal for the one that you should focus on, just in case it might be multiple people in this next cycle for you. Let's see what they are like. What is the chemistry like between the two of you in and out of the bedroom? How will you potentially meet this person? We'll also see what blockages, if any, or red flags you need to be on the lookout for that could prolong elevating this connection. Is it even worth your time? That will give you a chance to see if those deal breakers are deal breakers in fact for you. Okay, let's see why they are single according to the divine and their exes. Who are they once they are in a relationship, or once they feel like they have gotten you? Do they switch up? Do they change? And then we'll also get the outcome. Okay, does it have the potential to go all the way into a union? We'll look up time frames for both old and new, and we'll get your focus advice in terms of how you can partner with spirit in order to bring about your manifestations in record amount of time, like yesterday. Okay, ASAP. How can you speed up momentum towards those manifestations of your heart's desires? Okay, so without further ado, click the like button as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I'm going to put the link for the extended reading down below in the description box. I'm gonna see y'all over there. Lego.